السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello. In this video, I will present to you the contents of the zoology course. This course is intended for second-year preparatory classes of life sciences and biology students at the university. It is composed of 6 chapters. In the first chapter, Presentation of Zoology, we will define zoology and highlight its importance in a brief introduction. And then we will present a brief overview of the history of zoology. We will highlight Aristotle works, Gesner works, and Linnaeus works. We will also discuss Darwin's speculation and why it cannot be a scientific theory. And finally, we will explain the principles of classification, homology, hierarchical organization, taxonomic rank, and nomenclature. In the second chapter, we will talk about the subkingdom of protozoa. These are unicellular heterotrophic eukaryotic animals like Paramecium, amoeba, leishmania, and trypanosoma. We will explain their morphological and biological characteristics, and then we will speak about their classification. In the subkingdom of protozoa, we find the phyla of Sarcomastigophora, Apicomplexa, Cnidospora, Microspora, Mixozoa, and Celiophora. The third chapter speaks about diploblastic metazoa. Metazoa means multicellular animals, and diploblastic refers to the presence of 2 germ layers in the embryonic development of certain metazoans. Germ layers are distinct tissue layers that form during embryonic development and give rise to various organs and tissues in the adult organism. In this group, we find mainly 3 phyla: Porifera, Cnidaria, and Ctenophora. Porifera are sponges. They are simple asymmetrical multicellular animals that are aquatic and found in marine environments. Although some species can also be found in freshwater habitats. They lack true tissues and organs. Sponges have unique body structure consisting of numerous pores, canals, and chambers. They are sessile, attached to a substrate, and have a diverse range of shapes and sizes. They are subdivided into Cassispongia, which is a class of sponges that possess calcareous spicules, Demospongia, that possess siliceous spicules and or spongin fibers, and Hexactinellida, sponges that possess siliceous spicules. The phylum of Cnidaria is a phylum of aquatic animals that includes familiar organisms like jellyfish, sea anemones, corals, and hydroids. They are found in marine environment worldwide, ranging from shallow coastal water to the deep sea. Cnidarians exhibit radial symmetry, which means their body parts are arranged around a central axis. This symmetry allows them to respond to stimuli from all directions. Typically, they have cylindrical body plan with tentacles surrounding a central mouth. They exist in 2 different forms: the sessile form with the body attached to a substrate called polyp, and the free-swimming form called medusa. Some species exhibit only one form, while others alternate between both forms during different stages of their life cycle. They are subdivided into Hydrozoa, Scyphozoa, and Anthozoa. The phylum of Ctenophora contains Comgelese. They are transparent marine solitary hermaphrodite, planktonic, and pelagic individuals. They possess cells with adhesive properties called coloblasts. Comgelese are subdivided into 2 classes. The class of Tentaculata with a pair of contractile tentacles. And the second class is the class of Atentaculata without tentacles. The fourth chapter concerns the acelomate trophoblastic metazoans. Acelomates are animals that lack a coelom. The coelom is the fluid-filled body cavity present in coelomate metazoans. Trophoblastic metazoans are a group of animals that possess three primary germ layers during their embryonic development: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. In this group, there are two main phyla, Platyhelminthes and nematodes. Platyhelminthes are flatworms. They are acelomate trophoblastic metazoans with a bilateral symmetry and unsegmented bodies. They live free or as parasites. They have a simple and incomplete digestive system. Platyhelminthes are divided into four classes: Turbellaria, Monogenia, Cestoda, and Trematoda, which is divided into two subclasses, Digenia and Aspidogastria. Nematodes are roundworms that live free or as parasites. They have a tubular digestive system with openings at both ends. It opens into a musculo-second pharynx, connecting directly to the intestine that forms the main length of the gut. The fifth chapter is devoted to study protostomian coelomates. Coelomates are animals that possess a coelom, which is a fluid-filled body cavity present in some metazoans. The mouth of protostomians is formed before the anus during embryogenesis. To this clade belong annelids, mollusks, and arthropods. Annelids are segmented worms that possess a bilateral symmetry. The body of annelids is divided into three parts: the head, the trunk, and the pygidium. Earthworms belong to this group of animals. Mollusks are unsegmented animals with a bilateral symmetry. Their body is composed of a head, a visceral mass, and a foot. The main classes of mollusks are Gastropoda, that includes snails and slugs, Bivalvia, like clams, oysters, and scallops, and Cephalopoda, like sepia, squids, and octopus. Arthropoda is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. They are bilaterally symmetrical invertebrates. The distinguishing feature of arthropods is the presence of a jointed skeletal covering, the exoskeleton, composed of chitin, which is a complex sugar bound to protein. The body is usually segmented, and the segments bear paired jointed appendages, from which the name arthropod, which means jointed feet, is derived. About 1 million arthropod species have been described, of which most are insects. Zoologists estimate the total number of insect species alone to be as high as 5.5 million. The sixth chapter speaks about deuterostomian coelomates. Deuterostomians are animals where the anus is formed before the mouth during the embryonic development. In this clade, we find two main phyla. The first phylum is Echinodermata, including sea urchins, starfish, brittle stars, crinoids, and sea cucumbers. They are exclusively marine animals with a pentaradial symmetry. They are characterized by a hard and spiny skin. The second phylum is the phylum of chordates. Chordates are deuterostomian coelomates with bilateral symmetry. They are characterized by the presence of the notochord, which is a skeletal rod present at some stage in the life cycle. Chordates include fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, and mammals. By recognizing the wonderful world of zoology, we can enjoy life's diversity and grow into conscientious managers of the earth.